Oh my goodness. I am so happy with how that boat flooring turned out. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how I did it, and we're gonna get on the water, test it out, maybe catch a couple fish, see how it works. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, so the goal in this build was not to drill any holes into the bottom of the boat because I just don't want holes where I'm walking, where water's coming in. You know, that's not good news, right? So what we did is these little brackets basically, and I did 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And this is basically to just hold that board down so that it doesn't shuffle or move and just kind of keep its durability and kind of reduce noise and just shifting in general. Okay, and we're basically gonna do this by layers here. So the very bottom layer is gonna be this stuff right here. And it is, you can get it at Home Depot, I believe Amazon. I will have links for all of it in the description below for you guys that are wanting to do the same build as me. This is called Polywall. Basically, it's this plastic-like little sheet right here, and it says tough and durable, protects shelves from spills, it's non-absorbent, easy to clean. So this is going to be the bottom layer, right? This is going to be what is the boat, what is hitting the boat. The reason why I did that is because this guy right here is 1/2-inch plywood. Now this is from Lowe's, it's called the pressure treated 1/2-inch plywood. I actually went in and got this stuff called Bondo. It's like a sealant for boats, cars, wood, whole bunch of stuff. And I went in and did a full coat in about 1 to 2 coats, depending on the spot. And that's just gonna help waterproof this board a little bit so that it doesn't bend up. If you guys are worried about 1/2-inch plywood bending up on you or warping over time, then I would go with a 3/4 inch. That's for sure gonna be solid for you. I just have to worry about weight on my boat here because I have to put my boat on top of my car and off, and I'm bringing it to places where I have to kind of carry it around. So for me, I still need this to be pretty decently lightweight, and 1/2 inch is not that bad for my boat. I've already picked this up, it's really easy. So that is gonna be the middle floor, right? That's the solid stuff. That's the stuff that really kind of puts all this together. Now the very top is the most exciting part, and that is this stuff right here. This is basically boat decking. I got this on Amazon, I'll have that link below. I really love this color. This color looks really cool, and I think it's gonna look really nice on the boat. And this stuff has a 3M adhesive on it. So basically that'll just stick right to the top of the wood. I am gonna go in and screw a couple parts down as well. That way that this stuff isn't, flying off, because I'm going on the freeway and stuff, and this is on top of my car. So if that stuff is not stuck very well, this thing's flying off. So I am gonna do a couple extra things, which I'll show you guys on how I'm putting it on the boat. Okay, so my biggest mistake on this boat was I pre-cut that little hole in the back. What I would recommend doing is just slapping the whole flooring thing on top and then cutting it out to the board. But this part I would recommend as well, going in and just with something flat, going in and just flattening out that whole thing so that it sticks better. So all I'm doing now is I'm basically just putting a battery and a couple heavy things on here just to help that 3M stick a little bit better. It is going to be screwed, it's gonna have some screws in it anyway, so it's gonna be fine in the end, like it's gonna be locked down. I think it's gonna stick pretty well, and I think with just a couple extra screws and things holding it in place, I think it's gonna be even better. So that's awesome. Another part I would recommend doing is I just grabbed some JB Weld and put a couple dots onto the bottom of the board. So the flooring is on the other side. This is the side that we're connecting the polywall to. I just put a couple drops in there. I know that polywall is going to be connected by a couple screws, but just a little bit, just to kind of make sure that stuff is locked in there. It makes it easier for when you're trying to fit the boat, the board on your boat later as well. Once that JB Weld locked in there, I just went in and kind of cut some of the edges just to kind of trim it up and clean it up real nice. Then for the flat bars, or the brackets, this is a zinc steel punched flat bar. It's 36 inches. I cut it into 4 9-inch pieces and then went in with a couple coats of Rust-Oleum just to kind of make it look good with the all black. I'll show you guys one other thing I'm doing as well here while I have this out of the boat. Is I went in and I've put small screws, super small guys right there, probably half an inch screws, just as long as it is not as long as the board, right? I have those guys right there, and I've put 1 in the bottom right corner, one in the top right, one in the top left, and one in the bottom left. All of them are an inch from the end of the foam. And as you guys can tell, you cannot see them at all. I mean, they are so blended in. You can't see them. If you're looking at the boat, you're not seeing it. So this is just to ensure, because this does go on the top of my car, if this sticky stuff were to eventually fade, I don't want this sheet flying out. So I'm doing those 4 there, and then I'm doing 2 right in the middle, right in here, just to make sure. If I don't feel like that's safe enough, I'm totally fine putting like 10 more of those things all throughout here and just covering it. But I don't think I'm gonna need to. That 3M on this stuff is super strong. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking camouflaged in there. Oh my gosh, look at that. You can't see it at all. And that's gonna help hold that foam down in case something were to flip up. Oh, that's awesome. Nice. Okay, so I've just done the measurements, and this is basically what we're wanting right here. So we're gonna have 2 up in the front and 2 up in the back. And basically, like I said, these are going to go this way, because this is upside down, and those little L brackets are gonna fit between this slot right here and this slot right here. And the 2 in the back are going to go up on these raises right here. And basically they're gonna be, how I measured them, these little bars right here are 9 inches. I want 5 inches here and 4 inches up here. And so basically all I've gotta do now, I've already marked the spots. It was easiest to just put this on the boat and then just kind of configure the little things how you want. And then I just took masking tape and kind of taped them down so I knew where they were. And then I lifted this thing out, put it down, and I kind of just went in and you know, marked a hole on each one. That way I know where they were all sitting. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go in and drill the holes through here. We put this on top, and then we're kind of done. So this material right here is by Better Boat. It's called the Marine Sealant. This has been a game changer for my boat. Pretty much every modification I use that, whether I'm drilling into wood, plastic, anything, just to help seal up all those holes. And then for drilling into the little brackets here, I used a washer and screws, 1 on each side. And I used a flathead screw for the bottom because I don't want anything bumpy. I don't want it to stick up underneath the boat. But then on the one on the outside, I just used a pan head because it didn't really matter. I like the look of the pan head on the outside. I did just spray them with Rust-Oleum a couple times, a little like matte black color, just to kind of help match everything and you know, make it look real good. See how this works here. Oh my goodness, folks. It is done. These are the ones I used. So basically, if this is the charging port in the front, it's, you know, one like indent, 2 indent. So 2 indents from the center right there. And then on the back, I use those 2 little walls that kind of stick up. Now the Bass Raiders and all the other different, you know, all the other boats may be a little different, but that's what I used for the Pond Prowler. I'm sure there's something very similar, maybe even better on some of the other ones. She's beautiful, folks. But now we're gonna get out in the water and let's see how it is to stand on, to fish on. You know, is it durable? Let's test those things out today and see how it goes. Ooh, there we go. No way. No way. Is that what I think it is? It's a trout. Of course it's a trout.
Oh my goodness, he smacked that crankbait. Oh, and there he goes. Jeez, he hammered that crankbait. My goodness. Well, there we go, skunk's off. That was a quick skunk off right there. Well, the fishing is a little bit slow here, but I will say the flooring is very nice to step on. Like, it's not moving at all, the wood's not creaking. I mean, I'm fishing and I kind of just forget it's there, which is really nice. I mean, that's the whole goal of this is I don't want it creaking and making noise, and it is very quiet. So I think that little piece of plastic on the bottom, I think really helped. So, oh man, this thing's working really cool. Now we just got to get a bass on it. Ooh, there we are. Oh, smoked it. Smoked it. Smoked the swim bait. Oh, there we are. There we are, folks. They must have just stocked this thing with trout, which is probably why this little guy right here crushed that swim bait. Cool. Got my bass today. That's all I wanted, is I wanted one largemouth for the morning. Cool. See you, buddy. Woo! Overall, this boat mod was definitely the most expensive of all my boat mods that I've done. It took a lot of time. I messed up a couple times, but overall, I'm extremely happy with this thing. I think it's going to be it's going to be kind of the key talking point of my boat from now on, just because of how cool it looks. If you guys enjoyed this boat modification video, you guys are also going to love the two up here. Hopefully you guys got something out of today's video. Hopefully you got a kick out of this. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time on Humbug Videos.